Good evening, everyone from the USA, all over the world, Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, plus the 5 spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. I'm your man, G Money Stacks, aka Lonely Nomad, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, host with the most, the unstoppable independent podcaster, and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York. And you are now tuning in and listening and rocking with Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast, episode 103. And we got an awesome jam-packed show for you today. Now, first and foremost, if you missed any previous episodes whatsoever, if you are a new listener and a new watcher from the YouTube universe, and you missed any previous episodes whatsoever, don't worry, I got your back. Make sure you grab the subscribe button on the YouTube channel G Money Stacks 555, where you can see all the previous episodes that's already uploaded to the page. Make sure you grab the notification bell alongside with leaving a like and a comment. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes that's already been already recorded, and it will automatically be uploaded to the YouTube channel page. Don't forget to rate. Don't forget to download your favorite episodes. Make sure you, if I'm not forgetting anything, tell a friend to another friend. Share the videos, share the episodes, and I will go over the I'll go over the audio streaming platforms on the go at the end of the show. Now, I'm gonna just cut to the chase and just start off with let me see. I want to start off with a little mental health check-in. Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to look for my browser. There it is. All right. Okay. So we're gonna start off with a little thing that I like to call mental health check-in. Let me do that again. Yes. And for those of you who may not know what mental health check-in is about, it's basically talking about your well-being. How are you feeling mentally, physically, and spiritually? So I'm gonna just start off with myself. As you can see, I bought like 2 ring lights. Ain't that crazy? It makes me feel like I'm basically, trying to find something very colorful and stuff. And along with the LED strip lights that I have right now, that's on right now, actually. So how I'm feeling mentally, I'm gonna start with mentally first. Mentally, it can be a little challenging. Physically and spiritually, I'm doing okay. So there you have it right there. Um, and I like to actually, and one little side note. Um, Look, we got some. I want to actually inform the people on some topics that we're about to talk about today. As far as anything, we're gonna go into a little thing that I like to call um that I like to call um chatting all the jazz. And of course, hold on. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Let me go into where's my browser? Hold on. I'm sorry. Give me a sec. Sam browser. Hold on. Just don't mean it. There go my browser. Here it is. All right. Um yes, our first topic in chatting on the jazz is in regards to Tory Lanez. Yeah, you guys probably heard about what went down with the whole shooting allegedly. And this is pertaining to him standing trial for the Megan Thee Stallion shooting case. And this is what's happening right now. Hold on. This is what's happening right now. All right. So, Tory Lanez will stand trial on criminal charges relating to the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. According to the Los Angeles Times, on Tuesday, um, December 14th, Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Keith Borjan upheld the assault and weapons possession charges against the musician, real name Daystar Peterson, during a 90-minute hearing. The two were leaving at a party in July 2020 hosted by Kylie Jenner when an argument took place inside a vehicle and Megan Thee Stallion, real name Megan Pete, demanded to exit. Los Angeles Police Department, no, detectives, excuse me, Ryan Stogner testified that Peterson commanded Pete to dance, bitch, as he opened fire while she attempted to walk away. According to an earlier interview he conducted with the Good News rapper. Prosecutors also claim Peterson called a friend of the Stallions from on the night of the shooting, apologizing for the incident. I'm deeply sorry, so I feel crazy that I made a mistake, Lane said, according to a partial transcript of the call read in court by Los Angeles County Deputy District um um Addie Kathy Ta on Tuesday. What happened already. I can't take it back. I'm just telling y'all I'm sorry. Um how about you tell me what I was apologizing for, bro? That don't make no sense. Peterson yelled during the proceedings as his lawyer requested he remains quiet. His defense attorney, Sean Hawley, is doubtful of Pete's story and said her client did not specifically apologize for the shooting on the call. The Times has reported both Peterson and his defense attorney declined to comment outside the courtroom. However, the Say It artist had had a message to share on Twitter following the hearing. I need someone to report what was really said in court today. He tweeted 45 minutes of my lawyer stating contradictory evidence that proves my innocence should never come back as one false story forced to the media. In August, the 29-year-old was ordered to pay an increased bail of 250 grand for violating the protective order to stay away from the Houston rapper when he surprised the audience at Rolling Loud Miami in July when joining the baby on stage. They have filed an additional charge based on violating the protective order because that's a violation of law as well. You do not want to be doing things like this, sir, said Judge Keith H. Borjan to Peterson at the time. You have the means and the wherewithal and a lot of smart people around you to advise you as to how you should be conducting your life. So we don't have to have hearings like this. Peterson is scheduled to return to court on January the 13th, um, which is today. And if convicted, he faces a maximum sentence of 22 years and 8 months in state prison. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of scary, um, I'd like to turn the attention to before I even go on to the whole story of Megan Thee Stallion. I want to actually go to what else I was going to talk about. Yes. Now I've been hearing about this IHU thing that's been going on in France, right? So here's what's happening. So the new variant was detected before the discovery of Omicron and has not spread widely. Leading experts say it's not yet a major concern. The new variant was named B.1.640.2, but scientists have nicknamed it IHU. Researchers said the traveler was an adult man previously vaccinated against COVID-19 who had recently returned from Cameroon and was tested in mid November 2021 after developing mild respiratory symptoms. A new COVID 19 variant made news after a French traveler returning from Africa tested positive for it in November, according to a study that has not been yet peer reviewed. Researchers said the traveler was an adult man previously vaccinated against COVID-19 who had recently returned from Cameroon. He was tested in, yeah, I already read that part. No, I didn't. He was tested in mid November of 2021 after developing mild respiratory symptoms. The new variant was named B.1.640.2, but but, but scientists have nicknamed it IHU. While the variant was detected before Omicron, the study was only made public this month, drawing new attention to IHU. Um, how are new variants identified? So Robert G. Lahita, MD, PhD, director of the Institute of Autoimmune and uh, Rheumatic Disease at St. Joseph Health and author of Immunity Strong, said researchers look at RNA to detect new variants. RNA is a nucleic acid similar to DNA, but a single strand. Every COVID variant has a specific RNA signature, which we can see when conducting a PCR test, for example. He told Healthline, when we see a distinct signature that varies from the ones we have already documented, Delta, Omicron, etc., we know it's a different and new variant of the COVID virus, he continued. Researchers say IHU contains 46 mutations, significantly more than Omicron, which may make it more infectious and resistant to vaccine protection. Roughly 12 cases of the new variant have been identified so far near um, Marseille, France. The strain has the N501Y mutation, which experts suspect might make it more transmissible. According to Lahita, The number of mutations speaks to how different the variant is from the original version of the virus. And his statement goes like this in quote, "This is important because it alters the stereochemistry structure of the spike protein," he said. "The effectiveness of the immune system depends on recognizing the structure of a virus in order to create an immune response." Okay. Yeah. IHU was identified before Omicron. Experts emphasize that IHU was identified before the highly contagious Omicron variant. For those interested, first upload of B.1.640.2 onto um G said was on on 4th November 2021 of last year from Paris by um Roque Ro Ro Roquebert et al. Tom Peacock, PhD, a virologist from Imperial College London, posted on social media. He pointed out that the data about Omicron was first published almost 3 weeks later on November 22nd. Abdi Mohammed, incident manager for the World Health Organization's COVID-19 incident management support team, said during a recent press conference that the B.1640.2 variant had a lot of chances to pick up over the last 2 months. He added that the WHO is monitoring this variant, but insisted that they don't see cause for concern just yet. Laheder said that newly identified variants shouldn't be cause for panic, and it's important to wait for more information. It's important to wait and see the clinical results, he said. Will it be severe on people like Delta, or will it be more mild like Omicron? Will it spread quickly, slowly, or not at all? How effective is the virus on those who are vaccinated and unvaccinated? He explained that only after we have that information, we will we be able to determine whether a new variant is cause for concern. The pandemic, aka the slamdemic, is unpredictable, but vaccination is our best bet. When asked about the chances that we'll see another variant like Delta as the pandemic continues, Lahida replied that there's no way to know. Viruses can up mutate or down mutate, said Lahida. Although Omicron is an up mutation, it's clinically less severe than Alpha or Delta, but another variant could up mutate and be as bad or worse than Delta. They all have they all behave differently, and there's no way to predict the course. According to Lahida, the best way to protect ourselves is by getting vaccinated and staying healthy. Um, get your exercise in, cut out smoking, limit your alcohol intake, and get enough quality sleep each night, he said. For right now, you don't need to go crazy until the IHU variant or future variants become significant. The bottom line, a new variant nicknamed IHU was identified in France last November. The World Health Organization says the virus has had ample opportunity to spread and so far has not. Experts say that not every new variant is a cause for alarm, and we should wait for more information becoming concerned. They also say that the best way to protect ourselves during the pandemic, aka slamdemic, is to get vaccinated, get a booster, and make healthy lifestyle changes. Um, okay. Omicron symptoms.
um, how they compare with other coronavirus variants. So the Omicron variant, first reported by South African officials in late November, is now the dominant variant of the coronavirus in the United States. It is the most infectious variant of the coronavirus so far, but it doesn't seem to be as deadly as prior variants. Researchers say that's because Omicron tends to stay in the upper respiratory system rather than settling in the lungs, where it can do more damage. Studies have found that the most common symptoms Omicron causes are similar to those by other variants of the coronavirus. These include cough, fever, congestion, runny nose, headache, sore throat. Muscle pain also seem to be common. Loss of taste and smell seem to be less common with Omicron. Severe lung problems are also rarer. Vaccinated people are more likely to experience Omicron like a common cold. However, unvaccinated people and those with compromised immune systems are at higher risk of serious COVID-19 illness, even with the typically milder Omicron variant. Omicron's ability to spread. The Omicron variant has several mutations that may have an impact on how it behaves. For example, on how easily it spreads or the severity of illness it causes, according to the World Health Organization. The concern with this is the large number of mutations on the virus spike protein, which has the potential to be transmissible and get around our immunity and vaccines. Rebecca and Vireland, Sensney, um, DO, an infectious disease expert at Riverside Health System in Virginia, told Healthline. Okay, vaccines target the coronavirus spike protein to alert the immune system to attack the virus. In addition to spreading more easily among both vaccinated and unvaccinated people, Omicron may also pose an increased risk of reinfection for people who have already had COVID 19. Jennifer Horney. Horny. Oh man, horny. Oh shit. PhD founding director and professor of the epidemiology program at the University of Delaware told Healthline it's not entirely good news that Omicron spreads more easily but causes milder symptoms than other coronavirus variants. Um, if it does have milder symptoms, how many people will get tested? She said. The virus wants to find people to infect. And if people don't get as sick, the virus will probably spread faster because people are out and about. That could get the population closer to herd immunity against COVID 19. But Horny said those gains could be limited by the fact that natural immunity from coronavirus infection seems to fade relatively. Wow. Wait a minute here. So she said, I'm gonna just read this part. Um, okay, that could get the population close to herd immunity against COVID 19. But Horney said those gains could be limited by the fact that natural immunity from coronavirus infection seems to fade relatively quickly. Oh shit. Um, okay. Will mask mandates stop Omicron spread? What we know. As the Omicron variant picks up speed in the United States, um, Public health experts in some states are calling for new mask policies to soften the blow of a winter surge, which will involve both Omicron and Delta variants of the coronavirus. They point out that these kinds of mitigation measures can slow the transmission of the coronavirus, especially when implemented early, and lessen the impact of the surge on hospitals, schools, the economy, and our lives. Mask policies are actually the opposite of lockdowns or closures because they allow us to share spaces more safely, said Julia Rafe, Rafeman, an assistant professor of public health at Boston University. Um, the coronavirus spreads through the air. So yeah, it is airborne, folks. So broad use of face masks can reduce the amount of virus in shared air. Masks are especially helpful in indoor public spaces with poor ventilation. Um, Masks also work against Omicron because it spreads in the same way as previous variants of the coronavirus. In many parts of the country, coronavirus cases are rising sharply. Compared with 2 weeks ago, the 7 day daily average of coronavirus cases has increased by more than 200% in Florida and Washington, D.C., and by more than 300% in Hawaii and more than 600% in Puerto Rico. In California, the 7 day daily average of cases in Los Angeles County has increased 55% over 2 weeks ago, and by 77% in San Francisco County. Um, of course, as of December 11th, Omicron makes up an estimated 3% of cases, a sharp rise from a week earlier, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Um, Let me see. Um, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna stay on this for too long, so let me just get my thoughts on this shit right here, man. Hold on a minute. Okay, the part that I just read in regards to the natural immunity. Look, even if you have natural immunity, right? You're not you're not really necessarily safe at this point because this shit is getting more serious and serious almost every week when it comes to these variants. And I know for a fact that I know for the for a fact that I am going to actually, do my part on trying to get the first shot. But I'm not gonna say what day exactly. It all depends on the weather and the temperatures. The thing that really gets me is like this slamdemic has really caused a lot of trouble. For me, it's causing some fatigue, isolation from people and friends and loved ones. It's causing a lot of damage right here. And I'm really starting to feel like I don't want to be a part of the bandwagon of unvaccinated people because because for me that's not smart though. You know what I mean? That shit is not smart. And for the most part, man, yo, listen, we really can't afford, and I'm gonna say this again though, we cannot afford to have another lockdown again. And as I said episodes ago, if this happens again, we might be heading for an economic tsunami, and people are gonna be losing their jobs, and unemployment's gonna be on a rise again, and that's not gonna be good. Because then people are gonna be scrambling for like how they're gonna put food on the table and how they're gonna take care of their bills and stuff.
I mean, we can't have this shit, man. Like, let's do better. How about compromise with one another instead of going against each other and tearing each other apart over differences? It's like, come on, man. Come on, son. This is fucking ridiculous. And on some real shit, this is fucking crazy to me. And I have to agree with my sister too. This is not getting any better, man. And I'm really hoping that someday, hopefully, we will actually put an end to this whole slandemic, because we just tired of being fatigued and being, isolated. And then, people's mental health is rising too. And that, that shit is crazy, man. Um, and that's my take on this whole Omicron and IHU thing and shit, though, man. So please be mindful of the people that you surround yourself with, especially in vans, subways, um, of course, buses, taxis. I mean, you just name it, though. And that's my take on this shit, though, man. Let's move on. Um, all right. Our next topic has to do with hold on a second. Let's let's talk about okay. All right, the whole Megan Thee Stallion thing, right? All right. So, there's some new details surround the Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez shooting case are emerging. Over the weekend, the Los Angeles Police Department said that the bullet fragments removed from Megan's feet cannot be located, adding that the doctors categorized her injuries as superficial. Hmm. According to TMZ, Detective Stogner has revealed that the alleged bullet fragments in Megan's ankles cannot be found at this point. This was revealed by Tony's attorney, Sean Hawley. On cross examination, Detective Stogner admitted that the bullet fragments allegedly removed from Miss Pete's ankles cannot be located, said Holly. The new emerging information is crucial in the Say It Singer's case. If the fragments are missing, it makes it difficult to prove whether Meg's cuts were from a bullet or glass, as previously speculated. If the bullet cannot be found, it also helps Tory's case. The shooting occurred in July 2020, which was 2 years ago, following a party in the Hollywood Hills. Lanez was arrested for possession of a concealed weapon after he allegedly shot Meg in the foot. If convicted, Lanez faces 22 years and 8 months in prison. The Canadian native has maintained his innocence. As new court details emerged, Megan was not happy with the media's coverage on her truth and lashed out at those who she felt were minimizing her experience. Like, I've been shot, and the focus of some these headlines are dismissing that I was attacked with a weapon while I was unarmed and trying to paint it as a cat fight between friends, she tweeted. Um yeah, and she said on Twitter, wait, hold on. Hold on a second. Yeah. Like, I've been shot, and the focus of some of some these headlines are dismissing that I was attacked with a weapon while I was unarmed and trying to paint it as a catfight between friends. Why do I have to relive this with everyone on the internet every day and watch y'all gaslight me?
And she shouldn't have to do that. She shouldn't have to do that. That right there is a little nuts for me, man. This is like a complicated situation here, man. Um, this is very complicated though, man. But let's move on to something very light in regards to Megan Thee Stallion. All right. So Megan Thee Stallion is a savage and has a degree to prove it. The 26-year-old rapper has earned Grammys and balanced her music all while taking part-time classes at Texas Southern University um to earn a bachelor's degree in health and administration. Saturday, she was able to celebrate with all the necessary pomp and circumstance. Good morning, hotties. It's graduation day. Hashtag Megan Thee Stallion. Megan the graduate. The rapper tweeted. Megan Thee Stallion is among nearly 800 students who graduated from the historically black university Saturday. Um, I know my parents are looking down on me. So proud, she wrote on Instagram. Thank you, everyone, for all the love today. Um, she tweeted a link to the live stream of her commencement ceremony, and and fans celebrated the the momentous occasion on Twitter with several hashtags, including hashtag Megan D graduate and hot girl graduation. So Texas Southern University's 13th president, Dr. Licia Crumpton Young, with one of our newest graduates, Megan Pete, aka Megan Thee Stallion. TSU proud, hashtag TSU proud, hashtag Megan Thee Stallion, hashtag TSU grad 2021. Um, Dressed in a classic black cap and gown with several stoles, the body rapper graced the stage to shake hands with the university's president, Dr. Lucia Crumpton Young. Um, Megan Thee Stallion's boyfriend, rapper Patterson Fontaine, met her at the other end of the graduation, performed with a large bouquet of roses. The rapper teased the big day with pre graduation photos on Instagram Friday. Wearing the Texas Southern University sash and red graduation gown, she captioned the post, I want y'all to remember that you can do whatever you want to do and be whoever you want to be because you look at me. Um, so The honor the honors continued for Megan Thee Stallion on Sunday when she received the 18th Congressional District Humanitarian Award in Houston. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee presented the very important award to Megan Thee Stallion, saying, "It means you have exhibited humanity and have helped without asking." Megan Thee Stallion says she was honored to accept the award and dedicated it to her grandmother. It's my responsibility to take care of the city that took care of me. My grandma always taught me to be kind and giving. I learned that from her, she said. Before Megan Thee Stallion's rap career took off, she was enrolled full time at Prairie View A and M, and later transferred to the Houston-based HBCU. In October, she showed off her studded graduation cap that featured her catchphrase "Real Hot Girl." and her matching manicure, which were on theme with one hand reading TSU and the other reading 2021 in the university's colors. Of course, 2021, um, from the graduate college, taking my graduation pics today. I can't wait for y'all to see, she wrote. Of course, debut album. Megan Thee Stallion speaks her truth on her on debut album Good News. Megan Thee Stallion has described her college career as a roller coaster on social media, but in an interview with Harper's Bazaar, she revealed how the matriarchs of her family have been the motivating voice behind her achievement. Before my mom passed, she really would be on my butt about getting my degree. She told the magazine in March cover story, adding that her great grandmother would constantly ask her, "You are going to get them papers?" um, in addition to finishing her degree, she has also been helping fund the degrees of others by sponsoring a full ride scholarship to the Rock Nation School of Music, Sports, and Entertainment for students interested in the music industry. Hold on, stay with me, folks, as I take a drink. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right. Um, Getting an education is incredibly important to me. I still have academic goals that I want to achieve. So if I can use my resources to open doors and create opportunities for at least one student, then it's a victory, the rapper said in a press release at the time. Um, yeah, at the time. Uh In November 2020, Megan Thee Stallion released Good News, her debut studio album, which focused on the power of writing your own story and sent a message about the necessity of listening to Black women's voices. She followed up the album after resting to prepare herself for the return of Tina Snow with her 2021 single Dot Shit. Um, yeah, yeah. Another good news um in regards to Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion and Netflix have agreed upon an exclusive first look deal, the streamer announced on Thursday. Under the terms of the agreement, the musician will create and executive produce content, including television series and other projects for Netflix. Megan is a multi-talented creative force who has consistently made her mark on culture, Tracy Pacosta, head of comedy at Netflix, said in a statement. She's always growing and evolving as an artist, and we're thrilled that she's making a home at Netflix for next this next chapter in her journey. Megan Thee Stallion has been a growing force in the music industry over the past few years. The rapper has won 3 Grammy Awards and 9 BET Awards. She has landed 2 global Billboard Hot 100 #1 hits with Savage Remix featuring Beyonce and WAP with Cardi B. Her debut album, Good News, has gone gold since its release in 2020. More recently, her collaboration with K-pop supernova BTS on a remix of Butter has been a success. Earlier this month, the rapper performed the number with the boy band at the group's concert at the Sophie SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Megan also recently earned a bachelor's degree in health administration from Texas Southern University on December 11th. I've always had a passion for telling creative and entertaining stories, so I'm thrilled about this partnership with Netflix, Megan offered in a statement. Venturing into production is the next step in my journey as an opportunity as an oppor- excuse me, entrepreneur. And I can't wait to bring all my ideas to life and for my hotties to watch. Mm. Okay, man. That's a big accomplishment right there, though, man. So congratulations to Megan Thee Stallion. Um. Okay, let's get to the highlights from New Year's Eve. I didn't get a chance to talk about this, but there you go. So here's the highlight of what happened in Times Square. So of course, get ready to party like it's 2019. Well, sort of. At the 2020s reimagined COVID restricted New Year's Eve, Times Square will be welcoming lots of more re- revelers back to the heart of New York City to ring in 2022. But seeing as life has changed in the last 2 years, those hoping to watch the iconic ball drop in person will now have to wear a mask as well as provide photo ID and proof of being fully vaccinated. Plus, attendance will be capped at about 15,000 people. As New York City former Mayor Bill de Blasio said in a statement, we have fought through COVID, bolstered our vaccination efforts, and reopened to vaccinated international travelers. New Year's Eve in Times Square will be an incredible celebration of our city's recovery, and we thank our partners at the Times Square Alliance for leading the way to ensure the safety of revelers from near and far. Not feeling like partying in person this year, that's understandable, and there are plenty of TV viewing options you can choose from while you enjoy the festivities from the best seat in the house. Before we say goodbye to 2021 and count down to 2022, here's everything you need to know about Times Square New Year's Eve ball drop. No matter where you watch. Plus all the special New Year's Eve broadcasts hosted by Ryan Seacrest, Miley Cyrus, Andy Cohen, Anderson Cooper, and more. Of course, who's in the who of course highlighting who was in the New Year's Eve Times Square performance. Um Reggaeton star Daddy Yankee has been announced as the headliner for Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest 2022's bash in Puerto Rico. In Times Square, Chloe Journey and Carol G are set to perform. Um, LL Cool J was supposed to, but after testing positive for COVID, he canceled his performance. Slated to perform at the New Year's Rockin' Eve party in LA are H.E.R, um, Avril Lavigne, Travis Barker, One Republic, Walker Hayes, Big Boy, Sleepy Brown, Don Omar, Neo Garcia, French Montana, Macklemore, Ryan Lewis, Windsor, um, Mainskin, May Mola, Polo G, and Mass Wolf. What? Mass Wolf. Oh my gosh. So of course NBC will be ringing in 2022 with Brandy Khalil, Billy Joe Armstrong, Sweetie, Anita, Jack Harlow, 24K Golden, and Kitty Cash. Meanwhile, the CBS special New Year's Eve live Nashville's Big Bash will feature Lady A, Ingrid Andress, Breland, King Calloway, Riley Green, Sam Hunt, Chris Jansen, John Party, Carly Pierce, and Lainey Wilson, Jason Alden, Jimmy Allen, Kelsey Ballerini, Gabby Barrett, um, Dirks Bentley, Brooks and Dunn, Luke Bryan, L. King, Miranda Lambert, Darius Rucker, Blake Sheldon, Cole Swindle, and Zach Brown Band. Of course, um, of course, yeah. Can you watch the ball drop in person? No. If seeing the ball drop in person is on your bucket list, then you are in luck. While the celebration was not open to the general public last year, it will be this year. Yay! But there are some requirements. Attendees 5 years of age and older will have to present proof of their COVID-19 vaccination, which includes Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson and Johnson, AstraZeneca, Oxford, Sinopharm, or Sinovac. I'm not familiar with those, so don't even ask me to enter the event. Minors under 5 can attend if they are accompanied by a vaccinated adult, though unvaccinated minors who are medically able to tolerate a face covering will be required to wear a face covering. Individuals who are unable to get vaccinated due to the disability are also welcome to join the festivities, but they must provide proof of a negative COVID PCR test taken within 72 hours prior to the event and wear a mask um, if medically able to do so. Plus, attendance will be capped at 15,000 spectators, and nobody will be allowed into Times Square viewing areas after 3 p.m. And of course, um, so how would you watch it? Um, of course, you don't have to brave the crowds or chilly New York temperatures to watch the ball drop. Aside from Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve on ABC, the other network specials, there will be a Times Square New Year's Eve commercial-free webcast. The webcast, which will be streamed on Times Square NYC.org. Um, and of course, this was 2022. Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest. 17-time host Ryan Seacrest, no, Seacrest, excuse me, will be back for the celebration's 50th anniversary. Seacrest will be joined in Times Square by Lisa Koshy, while Tony winner Billy Porter will co-host from New Orleans. Over the West Coast, H.E.R, who is returning for her 5th year, will oversee the party in Los Angeles in celebration of Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve 50th anniversary. The show will feature the first ever Spanish language countdown in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico actress Rosalind Sanchez will co-host the bash on the island. Um, and of course, Miley Cyrus was there. Okay, yeah, Miley Cyrus hosted, and SNL star Pete Davidson, aka Pistol Pete, was there. um, so Hoda, um, Cott, and Jenna Bush Hager, of course, was there to raise a glass to 2022 with the star-studded 2-hour special that will look back at the lighthearted and humorous moments from this year. Plus, of course, buzzy viral videos, trends, bloopers, and pranks. Yeah. So that was your highlights of what went down in the New Year's Eve special that took place in December 31st, in case you guys didn't get a chance to watch it. Um anyway, man, so let's go on to Dr. Dre.
The guy who didn't know that his music was gonna be featured in the fucking Grand Theft Auto video game. And speaking of his music, check this out. So, this is according to Cheat Sheet.
Dr. Dre isn't normally associated with video games such as Grand Theft Auto, but the iconic rapper and producer is now part of the world of GTA and even unveiled new music as an adult as a result. So, Grand Theft Auto Online, the contract is a new GTA game. The Grand Theft Auto series has been around for over 2 decades. Throughout that time, games have been released on consoles, including PlayStation and Xbox. Grand Theft Auto Online, launched in 2013, is an online multiplayer entry in the GTA catalog. GTA Online has had various updates over the years. In late 2021, developers released The Contract, a new story in the game for players to explore. In this portion of the game, players get to meet digital versions of Dr. Dre as well as hip hop veteran DJ Pooh. Both artists had a part in their inclusion in the game. Dr. Dre released 6 songs on Grand Theft Auto Online, The Contract. In the 2021 interview with Rolling Stone, DJ Pooh opened up about when he got Dr. Dre into video games. Dre was skeptical about gaming and preferred to focus on other ventures, and Pooh, an avid gamer, wanted to show him what he loved to do in his free time. Dre is the person that says no to everything. We all know that, Pooh said. But he brought over a PlayStation and a copy of Grand Theft Auto to his house and was determined to show Dre just how freaking cool GTA was. He had no idea Grand Theft Auto was about um he had no idea what Grand Theft Auto was about. Um because he's not a gamer at all, Pooh recalled. He never played them, but he was blown away by how deep you can get into the whole thing. He's like, oh shit. In January 2022, Rockstar Games introduced Dre as a non playable character in GTA Online, The Contract. Not only will players get to interact with the Still Dre rapper in the game, but they'll also get to hear 6 new, never before heard Dr. Dre songs throughout the course of the game. Given the fact that Dre hasn't released new music over the past 2 decades, it's a welcome gift for hip hop fans. Among the songs are Diamond Mine with Ty Dolla Sign and the late Nipsey Hussle, Gospel with Eminem, and ETA with Snoop Dogg and Anderson Paak. The releases come just weeks before Dre, Eminem, and Snoop Dogg are set to take the stage together at the Super Bowl halftime show in Inglewood, California. Um, Dr. Dre's involvement in GTA was highly anticipated. Rob Nelson, the co-studio head of Rockstar North, was excited about Dre's involvement in the GTA universe. We've wanted to do something with Dre for a while, he said, when he's not releasing music that regularly. It's a pretty special thing to be able to get music from him. Never mind exclusive music. Once we started talking, started firing demos over. Check this out. Check this out. I did this with so and so. That was a pretty surreal experience. In the game, the legendary producer misplaces some of his music, and it's up to the player to find the lost songs. This is his treasure that you need to go and retrieve for him, Nelson explained. We're using quite a classic video game objective, but using songs as the missing item instead of cash or goods. Wow. Um okay, I will get to the lineup. I'll get to the lineup actually um some other time actually. I want to get to another story I get just to talk about actually. Um yeah, let's go to another story actually. Quality control. Um all right, so quality controls quality film signs unscripted TV partnership with critical content. Quality Control's Quality Films announced today a wide ranging partnership with Critical Content, an Emmy Award winning independent global content studio behind MTV's Catfish and E's Celebrity Game Face with Kevin Hart. Quality Films is the movie TV arm of QC, the Atlanta based label whose roster on the music side includes Lil Yachty, City Girls, Lil Baby, and Migos, among others. The deal will see the two sides collaborate on an array of original non-scripted projects. The alliance will the alliance with critical content represents a unique opportunity for quality control and the many prominent athletes and artists under the QC umbrella of companies. Quality Films President Brian Scher said in a statement, in quote, Critical's world-class ability to package, present, and sell premium content will enable us to expand quality control's footprint with new and diverse content for our global fan base. And the label posted the news on Instagram, writing "Building a Legacy." Hmm. The partnership arrives after Quality Films completed production on Quavo's upcoming docuseries Home Courts, a YouTube original set to premiere on December 16th, which already passed, featuring the Migos star visiting legendary local basketball courts around the country. Speaking about the new deal with Quality Films, Critical Content CEO Tom Foreman said, Quality Films team under the stewardship of Coach K, Brian, and P has unparalleled access, relationships, acumen, and taste. We're excited to pair Critical Content's award winning storytelling and production capabilities with QC's talent roster, creative POV, and proven ability to generate worldwide hits in any genre or medium. Quality Control co founder Kevin Coach K Lee pictured above added, in quote, I have been a fan of Tom work for many years and have recently gotten to know him on a personal level. He clearly understands the culture and knows how to develop the kinds of unscripted projects that quality films want to be a part of. This is interesting. This is very interesting, man, with the Migos label and stuff. This is very interesting and stuff. So I really have to applaud this. All right. Let me see. Um, okay, guys, stay with me. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, folks. Had to take a little bathroom break. Um, yeah, where was I? Oh, let's talk about her. All right. So this is according to Vibe right here. This is exclusive watch her making animated acting debut on Blues Clues and You. And I can't believe I get to play a character in the show and live my childhood dream, the singer told Vibe. Um, in the midst of making her acting debut, her is first taking her talents to the animated silver screen. The acclaimed R&B singer will guest star on an episode of the hit Nickelodeon children's series Blues Clues and You. Of course, airing on Friday, January 14th, which is tomorrow. For which Vibe has an exclusive clip of her appearance above. Performing as a full force, entertaining Tyrannosaurus Rex, she sings a catchy tune showcasing her dinosaur knowledge. On her guest role, the Oscar winner shared exclusively with Vibe. Blues Clues was one of my favorite shows growing up. I can't believe I get to play a character in the show and live my childhood dream. In the episode entitled Blues Dino Clues, current host Josh Dela Cruz and our beloved pup Blue discover a mysterious dinosaur egg that starts to hatch as they play a prehistoric game of Blue's Clues. They scurry into Dino World to find out what kind of dinosaur is inside so it can be reunited with its family. It's there, it's there. They meet T Rex. In an exclusive descriptor shared with Vibe from Nickelodeon, T Rex is the queen of the dinosaurs and the microphone. She is the original multi hyphenate as the first female singer, songwriter, producer, dancer, and actress of prehistoric times. She can hit the high notes and the low ones too, with pure ease in her metal, mel, mel, what is it? I know it's melody, but melodious. Here we go. Powerful voice. She's got a wealth of knowledge to accompany her pipes and loves to share dinosaur facts with everyone. T Rex may have tiny arms, but she has a voice and a heart of gold. Blues Clues and You features new CG animation for iconic puppies, Blue and Magenta, plus a modern take on items from the original series, including a new handy dandy notebook equipped with smartphone technology and the return of fan favorite characters. The series was recently picked up for a fourth season and was nominated for 2 Daytime Emmy Awards in 2020. Blues Clues and You airs weekdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time and Pacific Time on Nickelodeon. So congratulations to her for making the acting debut in Blues Clues and You. And also congratulations to Quality Control. And also congratulations to Dr. Dre for featuring 6 of the songs in the GTA, which is Grand Theft Auto Online, the contract. There you go. Yeah, that's actually good news right there, man. um, let's see. Is there any other story that I missed? Let me make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, I didn't miss one subject that I didn't get a chance to talk about, which will be the last one. Okay. So for everybody that's in the New York area,
this is gonna be some things to do in terms of and this is in regards to new garment district art installation. So this is according to am this is according to amny.com, all right, under entertainment. So this is new garment district art installation invites New Yorkers to walk the runway. All right, so um the Garment District Alliance has unveiled their latest interactive art installation located on Broadway between 39th and 40th Streets. Dubbed Passage, this communal art piece is a pedestrian tunnel comprised of 20 circles in incandescent light bulbs that emit a variety of swirling colors as New Yorkers venture through it, revealing the free experience on Monday evening as the dust rolled in. President of the Garment District Alliance, Barbara A. Blair, explained that she hopes that following the holidays, the installation light will light the way for a happy new year, of course. Um, we specifically chose January after because it's after the holiday season and everyone has this sort of collective, you know, dropping down a few degrees, and so it's cold and it's dark, but the light and the music is uplifting and it's just a lot of fun. Blair told Am New York Metro, adding, in quote, "We want to greet you with a smile." And that's actually cool, man. We all need smiles in our life, though, man. Smiling is basically therapeutic to our mental health. You know what I'm saying? It's actually therapeutic too, man. If you get my drift. Um, Speaking of getting my drift, um, okay, Passage was designed by artist Serge Mahayu, while fabrication and assembly were developed by Felix Menard. The piece first appeared as Montreal and um, Lemire in 2017 in Canada and was created for Illuminart, a circuit that fuses art, lighting, and technology. Mm. With Passage, Quebec's creativity shines on Broadway for the fifth year in a row, and the Garment District Alliance demonstrates its strong leadership in presenting world class public art that brings life and culture into public spaces, said Martine Herbert, Quebec's delegate general in New York. Bravo to all involved. Several passerby were instantly taken with the artwork and took time to not only pass beneath the kaleidoscopic colors, but to also take selfies and videos with family and friends despite the harsh cold. This is not the first installation in the area. Previous works have included Prismatica by Raw Design in collaboration with um, Atomic 3, an immersive art exhibit presented in 2021 comprised with multicolored prisms that filled the plazas with reflections and musical sounds and imposed by Lateral Office and CS Design. A number of oversized illuminated seesaws presented in 2020 that enabled visitors to create their own light show in the heart of Midtown. Passage will be available until February 13th. So there you go. You guys are more welcome to actually check out the garm what is it? Let me just get it right though. You guys are more welcome to check out the Garment District um which is located on Broadway between 39th and 40th Streets. Um, that right there, I think I think that's gonna do it. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this episode right here. Let me make sure if there's a website so where people could actually do this. Let's see. No, there's no website though. I don't think there's a website though. Yeah. Yeah, so there you have it right there, folks. Let me just um let me just make sure I don't forget. Um Hold on a minute. All right. So check this out, folks. You like what you heard in today's episode 103 or any of the previous episodes whatsoever, feel free to make a charitable feel free to show some love by making a charitable donation to my Cash App, which is $ G Money Stacks 555. That's capital G, lowercase MONEY, capital S, lowercase TACKZ 555. Once again, it's not about breaking the bank, folks, or having a lot of money. You don't need a lot of money to actually show moral support. You don't need to stress yourself out on having a lot of money. It's all about doing what you can and what you're able to, you know, donate. Whatever amount you decide to donate will be appreciated. All right. So there you have it right there. Um, all right. So you guys are more welcome to actually follow the show Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast on Facebook and Instagram, alongside with my other shows, Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast, the Sports Edition show, and Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast review show, which I will try to see if I can record on that episode next. Um, and of course, don't forget to follow me on the gram, which is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. And don't forget to turn on notifications on Instagram because I'm going to be doing Instagram live more um, compared to the previous app. I'm not sure when I'm going to go back to 17 Live to do a live stream. But speaking of 17 Live, I am also on 17 Live, which is G Money Stacks Queens, New York. All right. Um, so like I said, I'm not sure when I'm going to return to that app, but this is more of a wait and see. So we'll see what happens. Now, where you can listen to the episodes, you ask? I got you. You can listen to the episode, and also as I announced the streaming platforms, um, let me just remind people that's following me on Instagram and the podcast show page. You're gonna see a link that says Linktree/G Money Stacks 555. Um, when you click on there, it's going to feature the audio streaming platforms such as Anchor, Audacity, Audible, Audio Burst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, the newly added streaming app for 3 of the shows, including this one. Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podo Polo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Reason FM, Spotify.
Don't forget to don't forget to leave a 5-star rating on Podchaser, Podfriend, and Spotify. Spotify just added a way where you could actually rate um um the shows. Um and we are also on Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcast. And don't forget to listen to Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast on Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the #1 app for music, radio, and podcasts. And last but not least, the YouTube. On the YouTube, you go subscribe to the channel and make sure you um enable alerts with the notification bell. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and the topics. Download your favorite episodes, share the videos, share the episodes. Make sure you tell a friend to another friend, spread the word, and make sure you share the podcast along with the audio streaming platforms with the link that says linktree/GMoneyStacks555 alongside with your colleagues from work and your friends. And also make sure you do the same with my podcast YouTube channels, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Podcast. I just did episode 9. I just put out episode 9 today on all your streaming platforms. And I just recently did episode 42 of Meticulous Vibe Juice Podcast Review Show, which is also the latest episode is 42. That's already on there. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment, rate, leave a comment. Of course, more video content, more upcoming episodes, previous episodes. You just do the same like you're doing in this channel right here, G Money Stacks 555 right here. So the link is already in the description, so you guys don't have to worry about scrambling and stuff. So you know what I mean. So listen, of course, like I always say at the end of the show, make sure you keep in touch with your loved ones, like your husbands, your wives, your friends, your boyfriends and girlfriends. Those individuals might be fine on the outside, but on the inside, they are not. You don't have to wait till Mental Health Awareness Month and Mental Health Day to actually reach out to somebody, because at the end of the day, when you take a risk, you get rewarded. That way, they will appreciate you, that you're showing compassion and empathy. You know what I'm saying? And there's no good time to reach out to somebody. It's all about following your soul, your mind, your heart, and your instincts. That's what matters. And of course, I'm also here to give you guys some free game on how to start a podcast. I'm actually going to do that right now. So let's get started on some free game on how to start a podcast. So listen, if you guys have a dream of being a podcaster host and you would like to create a show like I'm doing with 3 shows underneath of my belt, I got you. There's some key ingredient equipment that you guys are going to need. First, you need headphones. You also need a microphone. Now, it doesn't have to be anything too expensive. It could be something simple like a Yeti, or an Voxcon microphone that I'm using right now that I bought from Target, which comes with a USB plug. And I'm pretty sure the Yeti microphones comes with a USB plug to put into your laptop as well. Now, podcasting is not about pleasing the people that's listening and watching you. It's all about what you think of the topics as far as your thoughts and talks, your opinions and facts. And I think of podcasting as, therapy and, you know, kind of like keeping a journal. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, when you create a name of the show that you're trying to do, make sure that it represents you and you only. And of course, I know there's going to be a lot of motherfuckers who don't understand the story behind the name of the show, but don't worry about the garbage burgers from the Hatermobile, all right? What you want to do is let success speak for itself. And of course, you picture those fucking haters as the desserts that you eat, like pound cakes and cheesecake and cookies and stuff. So you want to eat them up like this. Yeah. So, um, I'd like to actually mention a software that I'm using that I want to you know introduce to the new people that are interested in using StreamYard as a software, um, who are interested in creating a podcast. StreamYard is a software where it allows you the creation tools for you to create talking points, for you to create, social media handles where people can follow you. Um, and of course, a thank you message, which is what I actually did here. Um, it also allows you to create your own brand and to actually, like, for example, like with this channel right here, you're able to see the name of the show and the and the scrolling banner that you see across your YouTube screen, which is basically about where you could actually subscribe to the YouTube channel, like I said, and the social media handles where people could actually listen to your show as far as audio streaming platforms and shit like that. So, um, and it also allows you to send invite links to the people that have emails, phone numbers, even Instagram. You know what I mean? Um, Let me add this. When when a person sends you a link and the day that they are recording the podcast episodes and stuff like that, the day, depending on the schedule, if a person clicks on it and if I see you, I will add you to the live stream. That way you could share your thoughts on certain topics or certain things you want to talk about or whatever. You know what I mean? But but let me be clear on something, man. I'm not covering politics, okay? I'm not covering that shit. You know what I mean? This show is basically a combination of comedy, entertainment, and entertainment news, music news, real life stuff, including transit, mental health, and of course, occasionally we go into fashion. Occasionally we go to black owned trendsetters who have a business on a frequent basis. And of course, podcast juice of the week. I'm gonna bring it back though, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bring it back though on this channel right here. I did it for Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast because I may have forgotten to actually do this the day that I was recording one of the episodes. So um anyway, Anyway, so basically, um, that was your free game on how to start a podcast, including including the equipment that you need. Of course, the microphone, the headphones. Of course, you need a laptop. You need a laptop or a computer in order for you to do your live streams. All right. I didn't forget to say that part. So forgive me. Um, so yeah, let me just say thank you to every single person who actually tuned into every single episode, even though you guys were busy during work during the day, tired from a long day or whatever. And the reason why I'm doing all this is because I want to I want to relieve relieve you guys with something light, something for you to enjoy, something um hilarious and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Of course, today's episode we had a little bit of laughs and shit like that. Um, of course, I didn't want to make the episode too depressing and stuff in terms of the crazy diseases that we're dealing with and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying. So it's basic. This is basically this podcast right here is basically a combination of serious stories and funny stories. All right. I don't want to lose the element of the sense of humor of comedy. You know what I mean? Um so yeah, I appreciate every single one of you who actually got a chance to listen to every single episode of this show off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast. And as a matter of fact, I actually got a chance to look at the anchor. By the way, you can check out Anchor by downloading the app that has creation tools and stuff like that for you to actually add your music intros, outros, edits, all that good stuff. Or you can check out the website anchor.fm so you can get yourself a head start on your podcast journey. And I wish you guys good luck on that one. All right. Um on Anchor, by the way, I actually took a look at it a little earlier today. It's like between 1.5 to 1.6, if I'm not mistaken. We're like maybe what 4 or 3 numbers away from 2K. 2K, man. Like it's crazy and it feels so surreal to me, man. Like that I made it this far, man. So I'm actually gonna applaud myself on this shit right here. Let's add some explosions to this shit too, man. And another one. And some air horns. Yeah, and there you have it right there, folks. I'm G Money Stacks. Thank you very much to every single person, including the 5 boroughs of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens, who also took the chance to listen, including Cambria Heights, man. Cambria Heights and Queens. I appreciate you, man. Especially the people outside of the United States who also tuned in. And of course, the USA and Canada. I thank you for taking the time to actually getting to know me and getting a chance to know me as your host with the most. And of course, the independent, unstoppable podcaster and rookie podcaster of Queens, New York. And there's gonna be more episodes to come, man. So don't worry. Um, don't worry about that. Um, I'm gonna be out of here, man. I'm off this shit, man. You guys be safe, be easy, wear your face covers, make sure you have your hand sanitizer, make sure you have your water alongside with some soap, some water to drink, and some Gatorade with electrolytes that have energy and strength. So, peace and one love, and you guys have yourself a good night. All right.